What is going on, everyone? Hold on, why can't I see my chat, bro? There we are. What's good? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Hold on, let me get some music going, bro. All right, it's time to really vibe. Okay. All right, so I was gonna come on a little bit earlier and trade the PPI move, but unfortunately, as you guys can clearly see, the PPI move went completely opposite to what I was expecting. So that's why I didn't really trade the PPI move. I still have a long bias, hoping that we could potentially play into that still. Even though we did actually fully inverse this 4-hour gap here, which is kind of when I said that I would be leaning more bearish. We'll see, bro. We'll see how this 930 goes. I want to trade this 930 and then low-key, like, you know what I mean? Call it. Because not a lot has been happening. So I think if we can trade 930, it'd be fire. What's good, Jab FX? What's good, boys? Yeah, everybody better like up the stream, bro. You guys better like the stream up. I might hop on my... You know what, guys? Hold on. Wait. I think I'm... Yeah, fuck it, bro. Fuck it. We'll trade my live. Trade my live. 1 mini. I'm gonna still trade MNQ, I think. Or no, actually. We'll go over onto NQ. Good, Verona. Let's see, bro. Let's see. I want it to be bullish, but I might have to switch here just because this 4-hour... The fact that we inverse the 4-hour, like, definitely not the best look, but we'll see, bro. We'll see what this 930 does. The issue for me here is that underneath... So this is the reason why I want to be done before 10 a.m. And you guys know that I like to trade 10 a.m. PO3. But the reason why I want to be done before 10 a.m. is because if we go to the higher time frame, so we go to 4 hour, right? There's nothing here. We go to 1 hour, there's nothing here. If I go to the 15 minute, there's nothing here. So there's literally nothing until, well, there's nothing at all, actually. If this starts going lower, it'll start taking these lows. It'll start taking all of these lows. That's why I want to be done before 10, because it would be completely counter to my higher time frame bias here. 10 Supreme Court ruling. Yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see. I don't know, there's like so much going on. We did put an SMT up here too. So these highs, we put in SMT. So, and we're trading under previous day low, like got a good range now under previous day low. We broke it at 5 a.m. so like right after London, and now we've just been fucking consolidating underneath previous day low, which is again also a bad look for longs. So all those things kind of paired together is making me almost stray away from the long side, but we'll see, bro. YM daily looks good for shorts. Took range high, I think range low next. Yeah, bro. ES NQ, like basically almost the same thing right now. In terms of like where it's at in the range, both trading underneath previous day low, like definitely not a good sign. So let's see. I'm open to shorting this 930 open. Definitely not opposed to it. We have this 5-minute gap above. $720 longs. Yeah, I mean, so this, I was looking at the 720 as well. This was the 15-minute 15-minute CE, this right here. Well, 722. But yeah, this could be not bad too. It's just like from overall perspective, now this, like where this is currently trading, I don't know. I'll mark it out because I do still have a higher time frame bullish bias, bro. Overall, I do have a bullish bias, but I'm not opposed to trading the short here temporarily so that I can be bullish again. I made 5.3k yesterday. I'm going up. There you go, bro. Moving up in the world. W. It aligns with OTE key 0.79 fib. Okay, nice. Yeah, I use 7.8 here, but yeah, I mean, it does generally line up within like 2 points. That 720 area looks pretty nice. I'm not gonna limit the long though, just because like a little sketchy right now, right? Like it looks better for short. That's why I'm not gonna limit long. You know what I mean? Why does MNQ and MES not have SMT? The micros are a little bit weird, bro, because they'll bro, the quotes are different sometimes. I don't know. All I see is that NQ and ES do have SMT, so you know, we work based off of that. If this level I gave bottom tick, can you ban Verona? Oh my god, bro. You guys beef still going? You trading news or after? I'm probably gonna end up trading the, well, no, the news is gone. And the news was at 8:30. It's no longer. The red folder, at least. My IVG indicator right here, bro. I don't trade gold in the morning. Gold is better for Asia. Gold is like way better for Asia. $792.25 I like. $792.25 for the short, $722.25 for a potential long. All right, 3 minutes, boys. Actually, 2.5. Data point high and then go lower. Yeah, it could. It could. That's why I'm not limiting anywhere. I'm just kind of waiting for price to do its thing. I want to play like a confirmation here. You think we can respect this 5-minute and form a possible OB? No, look, it's flipping red now, so I don't know. I don't know, it's weird, bro. Thing is fucking weird right now, alright? Minute and a half left. We are going a little bit lower. All right, 1 minute left. You think we might dump to the lows in the 1 hour? Yeah, it could, or it bounces 720s. 722.25 is the level I have, but it could be just within this area, like 720s. Either it bounces there or we go sweep the low. Not sure. Generally, I trade the opposite of where this 930 goes, so let's see. Okay, there's the 720s. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bounce back of doom, bro. Hello? 720s putting in that pain. 720s putting in that pain. Did anybody limit this 722? I mean, it hasn't fully played out yet, but wow. Crazy bounce off that. It did bottom tick, Ben. No, not yet, bro. It didn't bottom tick shit yet. Hold on. Wait for it. Where's the dude I used to beef with? He's right there, bro. He's the message under you. We did put an SMT here, by the way, guys. SMT, these internal lows here. Currently. Yes, Bro, that's actually so weird because ES closed that candle green. ES closed this last candle green. NQ closed it red. Even if NQ goes for the low, like this low, we'll still have SMT, it looks like. Yeah, we should. Yeah. We do have SMT right now. So far, we have SMT. If it can hold, I have a trade, but there's no like real like proper 930 manipulation here unless you count this baby 1 minute gap. But yeah, continuous move lower through there. Yeah, I think that SMT gets taken out now. And yeah, SMT's gone. 720 level got shitted on. Yeah, it didn't make the way. It didn't make its way to that 792 like I would have wanted it to. The only 930 manipulation here was this 1 minute gap, bro. It's a little 1 minute gap. The next area where this is going is going to be the 632. So I would watch that 632, and then we have 615, and then we have 569. These are the three levels I would watch here. We still have a trade. Still can get a trade here. Setup just has to kind of form. Might be a little risque. I'm long NQ 25 752 entry. You are getting dogged on right now. I'm not gonna lie, brother. Like, you're getting shitted on. All right, I'm gonna give it a second. Let's see what this 1 minute gap here does. If we inverse this to the upside, I'm in, bro. Chill out, chill out. Go a little slower though. Chill out. Chill. Bro, yo, Ryan, that doesn't count because it went down to 668, bro. Your level was way too much in drawdown. Oh, you gave 670 too. 67. Okay, all right, you did give that. I will give you that. I'll give you that. We just inversed this 1 minute. That's what I wanted to see. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Can this be low a day, bro? Please? Can this be low a day? I would really love for this to be low a day. I need to come down a little bit now because I'm not gonna buy 744 with a stop at 668, bro. Like almost 100 point stop loss. Get out of here. I need a better entry here. I am down. I am down for these longs though. If we can retrace back to 50% of this leg, I'll take it. I'll take an entry at the 50% of this leg. That was the pump of doom, though. I'm not going to lie to you. That was the pump of doom. If I take a long here, just because, again, bro, like the same thing that kind of sketches me out is that there's no bearish PDRA here for the 10 a.m. to manipulate into. I really want to be out, like... I'm not going to hold it to previous day high or the session high. Honestly, I think I'd want to be out before then. All right, just a little bit lower, bro. A little bit fucking lower. Come on. You got it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Come on. There we go. Good boy. Good little boy. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Hold on now. Is this just gonna go back down? I'm gonna try this with a quick stop loss. Stop loss is gonna be right here, guys. I'm trying 720, stop loss 687, guys. I'm on my live account and I have a lot of fucking risk exposure on this account, so make sure you size appropriately, okay? If this hits stop loss, I'm down to try a short, because at that point we're re-inversing this this 1 minute. I just wanted to give this a chance to be bullish, just because my higher time frame analysis would still be bullish into those 4-hour highs that I showed you guys yesterday, the 26,120. So I wanted to give it just one shot to be bullish. If it can't do it, I'll flip bearish, but I wanted a shot at it, you know, bare minimum. So if you can't handle this this risk here, don't take this with minis. It's the only reason I'm on minis is because I'm on my live, okay? There's a 77K balance in here. I'm taking 1 mini, so it's still actually relatively light. If we close and inverse the 1 minute, I will take the short. I'll just reverse the position. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. That last closure. Basically break even right there. Break even was this 1 minute fair value gap too. So if we, at this point, if we start delivering lower, it's for sure just going to inverse this, and then, you know, short would be the move. Having a little bit of trouble here though. Somehow I just saw green. Yeah, this is green. A little bit green, but it's green. I'm gonna go ahead and move the stop loss even higher now into this low. Daily draws bearish, yeah, but higher time frame draws bullish, which is why the only reason why I'm trying a long in the first place. But inside of this range, yeah, for sure looks pretty bearish. Yes, I just, again, like I said, I wanted to give the long a shot because it did look pretty fucking good right there for a second. All right, I'm gonna try short now here. That was my last, like, basically last ditch effort at the long side. But if we can inverse this, the same one that we inverse back up, if we can inverse it down, I'll try the short. You scalp? No, I normally hold for an expansion, but I'm not going to be able to do that here. I'm gonna have to kind of can we close here? That was a closure. Fuck it, that was a closure. Okay, I'm gonna risk this high. This will be the last trade. I only take 2 trades in a day. This would be my last trade of the day. Okay, we're looking for these lows that I marked out earlier, but like ultimately 569. Even though I have my stop loss up here, like this should not even break above this high. So if it starts doing that and reaches for this stop, then clearly this is just bullshitting and there's no reason for me to be here. All right, so I give myself 2 shots every day. If I'm wrong both times, then I need to just step away. Have you tried trading the macro? I trade the macro all the time. I just literally just mentioned why I didn't want to trade the macro though. Ideally, we stay under these highs. Like this should be a solid high that we've put in here because it's coming out of this 1 minute fair value gap. So like I need to see a delivery to this low to confirm this bearish move. If I can see a delivery to this low, I really have no issue holding this into 569. Like it looks pretty good holding it to 569, but I just need to see delivery through this low. That's it. Delivery through this low confirm. There we go. Okay. Now this confirms a move into potentially 569. 632, 615 would be like first areas to TP, first scales and whatnot. I'm going to go ahead and move this stop loss lower now into these highs. Okay. If you have multiple contracts, these are the first two TPs. So if I was on my 3 micros like I was on my funded accounts, then I would be doing one trim here, last runner holding to the low. I'm only in one contract here, so all I can do is kind of aggressively move my stop loss, and that's it. So yeah, let's check this out though. First TP is coming in pretty hot. A little bit lower for the first TP. Not full TP, first TP. Make sure you guys know that. And don't full TP here. 632 BE, not 615 BE. Not 632. Boom, first TP smashed. Let's go for the second one here. Let's fucking go, baby. Who took this? Did you guys take this, bro? Give me a 1 in the chat if you took this, bro. Give me a 1 in the chat if you took this. Hell yeah, bro. Let's go. So the loss there for me, one mini, one loss was what, 400 bucks. So obviously like made over that now. If you scaled at first TP, you should have realized like more than half the, or actually no, probably like half the loss you should have realized already. So at TP2, scale at TP2, you should be essentially more than break even on the day. Should be green. This is a good stop loss where it's at for now. Once this 632 goes, or sorry, 615. Once the 615 get, oh, there we go. There's TP2 right there. Make sure you guys get another scale there. Get another scale in right there. What a fucking beautiful, beautiful trade that just played out. We had almost no drawdown on that though. Almost no drawdown. All right, going for the final TP, the 569. You guys feel free to go break even here. I'm going to go BE. My TP's at 519. Yeah, you can TP lower if you want. 569. The only reason I chose 569 is because it's a clear hourly low here, right? But you can go even lower. We have, like, you can keep going lower and lower. We have 527, 455. Like, any hourly low is a good TP. Solid looking TP at really any hourly low. Why is my candle disappeared? There we go. Little retracement off the 615.5, maybe to come up and take out this 1 minute fair value gap and then lower again. But make sure you guys are all break even. Everybody should be break even here. So no more red trade here. No more. No mas. My shorts on gold open worked out. It dumped a good amount. Hell yeah, bro. Fire. Let's go. First day back for New York, and we hit a banger, bro. Let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. What would you rather watch, tree grow or... Okay. I thought bro was actually going to be serious for a minute. I thought I was getting a serious question. But thanks for the BTW gray trade, though. Is that 2 losses, 1 win now? No, that's 1 loss, 1 win. What do you mean? How's that 2 losses? I only took 2 trades. This is my second one. I also took your trade. Now I'm able to take a payout 4 more days. Hell yes, bro. Let's fucking go. Will you post a trade recap of this? I'll give you guys a trade recap here, yes. As soon as the trade is over, I'm going to run you guys through a trade recap. I actually think it's important. A trade recap of this specific trade right here is very, very fucking important because I came in today with a bullish bias, as you guys know. So I think it's going to be important for you guys to hear how exactly I switched my bias. You guys saw it in real time. You guys saw me switch my bias in real time. No bullshit fugazi. Like, I didn't have to do any hindsight explanation. Like, you guys saw it happen. But for whoever wasn't here, either you go back in the stream and watch, or I'm gonna do a recap as soon as this is over. I'll do a recap and tell you guys exactly why I switched from bullish to bearish and how I was able to do it in real time and the reason why I switched in the first place. One minute fair value gap getting hit right there. As this goes lower and lower, right? Like if we can get some bearish delivery here, I'm going to move my stop loss into this high, right? Because the same as this one, when I told you guys this high is now protected, it should be the same exact thing. This high should be protected as we get a delivery from this. Remember, you have to be bullish before you can be bearish. Correct. Exactly. Key, are you worried about the SMT putting in the low? I mean, no, not really, bro. I'm break even, and I told you guys make sure you're trimming at these lows. So this is I'm fine with this. Like if this goes and hits my break even, I'm totally fine. It would be my last trade. Like I wouldn't trade anymore for the rest of the day, but I would be totally fine with this hitting break even. No problems. Could 10 a.m. manipulate just above that high into 15-minute FVG? It could, which would not be good for me because I'm still in the trade. So hopefully it doesn't. But yes, it could. Absolutely could. This is actually the only place for the 10 a.m. to currently manipulate into. There's nowhere else 10 a.m. could go. Are you in any other accounts? No, this is just a live account trade. That's it. Imagine today's the one day that 10 a.m. wants to deliver like beautifully and then just leave this 15-minute gap and then go into the 15-minute gap just perfectly. Imagine today's that day, bro. Yeah, I mean, I would still be done, but it, you know, it could be for anybody that's willing to try twice. It's absolutely worth a shot. Trying another short like up here in this area, absolutely worth another shot. I'll sit here and I'll watch it. I might tape read another one, but yo, hello, who's hacking my shit, bro? Come on, chill out. Key, I'm gonna physically come into your house and give you a kiss on the cheek because you just saved me. All right, bet, bro. My door's open for you, bro. NGL, this isn't a good entry. NGL, I'm green, so you could go fuck yourself. Good entry this, good, bad entry that, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Yo, you guys, some of you guys, bro, I swear to God, bro, you guys are so brain rotted from like, from fucking, oh, this isn't a good entry, that's not a good entry. Bro, listen, you're so fucking focused on what's a good entry and what's not a good entry. You trade for the aesthetics, bro. That's what you guys do, like half of you guys. You guys don't even trade to make money anymore. You trade for the aesthetics, right? So, like, dude, you think I give a fuck? I mean, I do give a fuck about getting like a nice clean entry there. You know, that's always a great thing. I mean, bro, look, this is my trade from yesterday, right? You guys, I don't know if you could see, that's the bottom of the move, right? Fuck, is it gonna focus ever? You can't really see, but that's, oh, there we go. That's dead the bottom, bro. You get what I'm saying? So look, you don't gotta tell me about a good entry or a bad entry. Some days you're gonna get a bad entry. Relatively bad entry, right? This is still a perfectly fine entry. I got zero drawdown here. Zero drawdown, right? Just trade what works, bro. Trade what works. Don't trade for the aesthetics. Unless you sell a course, then I guess, like, go ahead. All right, before 10 a.m., please go lower. Let's get this delivery. All right, protected high right here. So I'm gonna move my stop in profit now. This is the second time we're hitting 615, so a new low of the day has been put in. No reason really for us to reverse back up to the 675 high unless this 10 a.m. wants to deliver higher than lower. But hopefully this TP can get hit, 569 TP can get hit, full TP can get hit before that. Rahul, I'm gonna sell a 10K course. It's just a link to Cobra server. Yeah, W, bro. That's just gonna do pretty well. Yo, are you back from Stowe? Yo, it's actually mad funny that you just got back from Stowe, Rahul, because my other friends just invited me to Stowe. Dodgy and Matt invited me to Stowe the 6th through the 8th. If you want to come, we could go again. This is February 6th through the 8th. If you want to go back to Stowe. You could be like, low-key, actually, you should come because you already know, like, you already know the town, so you could, like, tell us what's good and what's not. How much is your Discord? It's 380 for life. 380 lifetime, one-time payment. It will probably go back to a monthly at some point soon, I think. So 380 lifetime will only last for a little bit longer. The link for that is the first link in the description. But yeah, Rahul, let me know if you want to go 6th through the 8th. We should go to that. Nice delivery. Let's go. Keep going. Keep going. Just a little bit lower, like 30 points lower. Just no through 5 tuck to invite. Why? Bro, you guys were just hanging out. What do you mean? I thought the beef was over. Still hanging around 615. If you haven't trimmed, make sure you fucking trim, bro. Make sure you trim. I don't want to hear no bitching. Make sure you trim this shit. But it's looking good. Motherfucker stole my charger. No way. No way you guys just made up and then he immediately stole something again? No way, bro. Why not close the trade now for 1.6k profit? Bro, because I don't trade for this number, bro. I trade for the chart to get to where I want it to go. I could give a fuck about this number right here. I do not care, bro. You guys got to understand, you don't trade for the P&L, bro. You plan out a trade, and if the trade is good, the trade plays out. That's it. You plan the trade, you trade the plan. You don't trade this fucking P&L. News about a drop? Yeah, 10 a.m. Hopefully it can be the volatility driver to push us down into this 569. Bro, is key humble IRL, be honest? Hell no. Bro, I'm stupid humble, bro. What do you mean? This is propaganda, bro. I am humble IRL. Don't lie now. I think I am. Actually, bro, like can you actually be honest, bro? If you know me IRL, can you? Nah, I actually need to know now, because if I come off as like not humble, then that's not good. Nice move, nice move, nice move. Nice move, nice move, nice move. There's no news though today, right? Apparently there is. There's Supreme Court ruling in 2 minutes. Do you live trade every day in your Discord? I live trade some days in my Discord, but most days I'm here. The only difference with the Discord is they get a little bit of secret sauce. They get like the real bottom and top ticking sauce that I don't teach here or anywhere. All right, 1 minute, bro. 1 minute for news. $30 seconds. Yo, this profit number is gonna say 2025 in just a little. Oh, whoa. Yeah, we're way over that now. Never mind. Nice. Let's fucking go, baby. Boom. 527 is like the next TP, but let's fucking go, bro. What a beautiful trade, bro. Yo, I need some W's in the chat for that one, bro. I need some fucking W's in the chat for that right now, bro. Let's go. Beautiful fucking trade. Let's go. First day back New York, and we bang a banger. That's just what we do for real. Yo, that's really just what we do for real. Amazing trade, bro. Let's go, bro. Let's fucking go. Adjusted R there was 3.7. The initial R multiple here was 1.89. Adjusted was adjusted after I moved my stop loss lower, 3.73. 527 next. Now this 4 hour, as you guys can see, has no upper wick. This is why this is literally the reason why I wanted to be out of the trade before 10 a.m. because this 4 hour now should deliver higher before it goes lower. I just wanted to be out of the thing before it gets a chance to deliver higher, right? But absolutely fucking phenomenal trade there. Who's ready for a breakdown? Let's do a breakdown. Okay, let's do a breakdown. So I'm going to tell you guys exactly why I was bullish and why I went bearish in the first place, okay? So if you guys were here last night for Asia, I was pretty adamant on these highs back here getting swept, okay? This is 26,120. I was very, very adamant on these highs getting swept. I still am, okay? I think at some point these highs still get swept. I think this is what I was talking about yesterday, where there might be one last sweep of a low before this delivers into the highs, right? I do still think 26,120 is going to get hit. Do not get me wrong. That's where market is going. Short term, that's where market's going, okay? However, anytime you have a bias, okay, you have to have also an invalidation of the bias as well, okay? So whenever you're forming your bias, you have to know at what point your bias gets invalidated. You don't want to stay married to a bias when market is moving completely opposite to where you think market's going to go, right? That's how you get fried. So I always have an invalidation point, and yesterday I gave out my invalidation point. I told you guys yesterday that if we inverse this 4 hour gap right here, that I will start looking for shorts temporarily, right? Because if we inverse that, then there's a good chance we start going for these lows, right? Which is exactly what price ended up doing. Very good chance we start going for these lows as this gets inversed. Doesn't make us short-term or mid-term bearish, right? But we have to see a move down in order to see a move up. You have to be bearish in order to be bullish and vice versa. So, we did inverse this 4 hour. So obviously before market opened, this 4 hour got inversed at 6 a.m. or sorry, at 2 a.m., right? 2 a.m., that 4 hour inversed. Okay. So therefore, coming into this market open, I now had a conflicting bias, right? Because I was overall bullish, but this trade specifically for here for this day, I had to kind of open up the possibility to be bearish. So how do I actually, like, what things are kind of confirming that bias? Okay. Well, number one would be this hourly bearish fair value gap. So not only do we inverse the bullish gap, but we start getting delivery from a bearish hourly gap, right? You clear delivery, we go and we push up into it, and then a reversal back down, and then a break through the low, right? Clear delivery from an hourly fair value gap. That's thing number two. Number three is going to be this 9:30 a.m. open. Okay. This 9:30 a.m. open right here is 9:30, right? This is the 9:30. 1 minute fresh fair value gap that got hit, and that started rejecting. Okay. So initially, I wanted to give this thing a chance to be bullish because, like I said, I am net bullish. So I wanted to at least try out a short, or sorry, a long, just in case that this was actually going to play out. In hindsight is 2020. So in hindsight, yeah, this looked like shit because, to be very honest with you guys, I did not notice this 1 minute gap here at all. I literally just noticed it. But I did not notice this 1 minute gap here. So that's my fault. And this long, I should have just never taken it. So that was a mistake on my end, but I did try out this long. So that was trade number one. 2 trades today. Trade number one was the long that I took here. And I ended up stopping out of that long. The long entry was here. I'll pull up my executions just so you guys can see. So the long entry there was 25,720, and then the stop loss was 25,695. So total on that trade was about a $400 loss that I incurred on this long trade, okay? And the reason why, again, I tried out the long was because of this inverse fair value gap, okay? So this 1 minute inverse as we sweep out this low, and then obviously the higher time frame bias, right? So that's the reason why I tried out the long. However, once we came back down, right, there was a very little bounce here, like almost no bounce. I saw green, I think $20 on the fucking trade. And then we get another leg down, which inverses the bullish gap right here. We get an inverse, full inverse back down. Now that was basically the lower time frame confluence that I needed to know that this thing is indeed going lower, right? Because not only now do we have a 4-hour inverse, we have a 1-hour bearish gap that is delivering. And then on the lower time frame where we actually get our entries from, the lower time frame has also given an entry, which is going to be an inverse of this 1 minute fair value gap, right? And so that's where I got the entry from. Stop loss initially was above here. I gave the stop loss a little bit of room, but I knew that if we rejected from here, I would move my stop loss down. So the adjusted R multiple here, the realized R multiple for me here was 3.73. My target was very, very simple. My target was going to be this low. Why this low and not this one and this one and this one and this one? Well, the reason is because this is a clear, like after, when this low was made, if you look at the price action preceding this low, there's only a higher low here. This is the lowest low. This is a swing low, okay? And then these are your short-term lows right here, okay? So this was TP1, this was TP2, and then this for me was TP3, the final TP, and where I took off the entire trade, okay, 569. You guys can see why exactly I took it off there. There was a little bit lower, like you could go 527 if you wanted to, but this shit was obviously not going there, or hasn't went there yet. It still could. But the reason why I wanted to be out of the trade before 10 a.m., very fucking important right here. This is how you guys understand. This is how before the 10 a.m. PO3 even delivers, you know it's going to be good, okay? There was nothing here. From 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, those are the three time frames that really matter for a 4-hour PO3. There was nothing here, not a fair value gap, like nothing, okay? That this 10 a.m. PO3 could get a bullish reaction off of, okay? So that means the 10 a.m. PO3 can only be bearish, correct? If there's nowhere for this to get a bullish reaction, the 10 a.m. can only be bearish. However, in order to be bearish, we need to be bullish first, right? Which means that it has to go a little bit higher to react off of a bearish PD array and then deliver lower, right? So obviously, if I'm in a short, I don't want to be in, in drawdown because of that 10 a.m. PO3. I just wanted to be out of it so that I didn't have to deal with, this thing coming back up to retest a PD array that is above my stop loss, right? So that's why I told you before I came on, I literally told you guys, I want to be done before 10 a.m. I literally said that, right? That is the reason why I said that. So that's, as a whole, my entire thoughts on today, what made this trade up. So there's a lot that goes into just a trade like this, right? And so that's how you guys understand that. I think it's important for you guys to fully grasp this because this is something that's very, very important and is something that a lot of people can't do, which is being able to effectively switch your bias, right? Or having a higher time frame bias that's long, but still being able to effectively trade the short. Okay? So, yeah, important for you guys to understand why this trade was taken and like the entire breakdown behind it. That's why I just gave it to you guys. Also worth noting, a trade like this that is counter to my higher time frame bias will never, ever be an A+ trade, okay? So this was not an A+ trade. I would give this a B+ or an A grade setup. This will never, ever be an A+ setup, okay? In order for it to be an A+ setup, it has to align with the higher time frame bias, okay? You could argue that it did align, right? Because this 4-hour got inverse and the 4-hour was bearish, but that's not higher time frame. When I say higher time frame, I'm discussing more of like a weekly range, maybe even a monthly range, as opposed to a 4-hour range. Okay, so obviously we know like within the day, from a daily perspective, this was bearish, so it did align from that point. But beyond that, there was no alignment. You guys understand? Does everybody understand this trade? Is there any questions at all about this trade? Why I took it? Why I went bearish? Like anything at all? Now is your time to ask. No questions at all? Are we good? Like, does everybody understand what went through my brain? And look, this is the reason, the real reason why I love going live, to be honest with you, is because now you don't just get to see me explain this in hindsight after the trade is over. you get to go back and watch this shit live and like really just get a look into my brain in real time. Okay, that's the priceless thing about going live. So Jab effects, thank you, bro. I love you, bro. Can we enter along if it reverse? You could. I'm done trading, but you could, I guess. It does, like I said, it has to go higher in order for it to go lower. But you guys see this, the way that it's moving up. So if there's ever going to be a reversal, right? Like a reversal and not a retracement, you guys will see that price will go like this, right? There's going to be a V-shaped recovery if there's going to be a reversal. Does this look like a V shape at all? Right? No, it doesn't, right? This looks like a pullback for then another leg lower, more than likely. So this is like low resistance liquidity being put in here to then get taken out. Obviously, like I'm not taking the trade off of this or anything, but just my observation, I wouldn't go long. I would wait for a short, and there's going to be plenty of opportunity. We have a 15-minute fair value gap up here. We have a 5-minute gap. We just hit the immediate 5-minute gap. And there's going to be a few opportunities for you to long. I would prefer, or sorry, to short. I would prefer a short out of this 15-minute gap. I wouldn't take anything else. 568 was also a daily low. Yes, there you go. When you say there's nothing bullish on the 4-hour, can you explain? I mean, the 4-hour here has inversed, so like there's no bullish like thesis that could play out here. And then also the only place this could really like be bullish from is going to be this 4-hour gap. That's kind of it. You know? I had some analysis like you, but I don't trade open. That's why I paper traded. That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to trade it. Like you guys can have an analysis and then watch the market to see if your analysis was correct because this will help you in the end. You don't have to actually act on it and actually take the trade. There's nothing wrong with that. So 10 a.m. reverses a lot of the time. No, not a lot of the time. 10 a.m. could either reverse or it could continue. It all depends on the market conditions. Where would you see it reversing off the 15-minute FVG? Go to the 1 minute and draw what you got to draw out here. Draw what you got to draw out there, Adam. And then within the 15-minute fair value gap, like if something lines up in there, I don't know if it will line up, but it ideally as close as you can get to the CE. So if you got 718, then yeah, 718 would be the one. You know what? We could draw OTE here as well, right? And see where OTE is. So OTE is going to be like this. 702 would be the better one, but 733 kind of out of the books. But yeah, 720 or 702 is where I would take a short if I wanted to take one. This is reversing though. I mean, there's not going to be a reversal until we inverse this 15-minute fair value gap. If we inverse this 15-minute gap, yeah, cool. I mean, you could absolutely consider that a reversal, and then more than likely this is going to deliver to the daily high, which was my initial bias. But until that 15-minute is inversed, there is no confirmed reversal. I wouldn't limit any shorts, by the way, like Adam specifically, but anybody that's in the Discord here that's most likely going to have some sort of limits inside of this 15-minute FVG. I would not limit anything here today, okay? Just because it's a little like iffy and all over the place. Because now it seems like this is now a true reversal, right? This is the V-shaped that I was telling you about. This is very much V-shaped, okay? Very much V-shaped. So I would be very cautious trying to short here, okay? Be very cautious trying to short. Even though there is absolutely nothing here that this played out from, aside from sweeping a low, you know, no higher time frame PD array there. Like the PD array was this 4-hour gap, a little bit lower. Even though that's the case, I would just be a little more careful today, bro. I'd be a little more careful today. Supreme Court just blew shorts back out. I mean, that's not us. We been got out. We blew the shorts back out. Wait for an IVG. Yeah, I would wait for a confirmation of some sort. I'm tape reading. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. I'll tape read with you guys. What about this IVG if it happens? This right here, the 1 minute? I don't know. You could. It's risky. You could. It wouldn't look horrible. Like if you get an entry there, you would have to have a stop loss directly above 30-point stop, and then you would target the 527 low that I was targeting from before, and then that would be your trade, right? Yeah, Supreme Court decision. I guess they delayed the Supreme Court decision, which is why this is now maybe actually starting to reverse. Can you check my edge and alerts? Oh, fuck, bro. That is actually brutal. No way. Bro, 9. You gotta adjust for, like... There's the inverse. So if you wanted to take this here, if you're willing to put the risk on... That's where it is right there. That would be your entry. I'm not taking this just to tape read now. That's why I'm putting up the executions so you guys see that I took this trade. For people coming in now, I took this trade. That's it. I'm not trading more for the rest of the day. This is now, at this point, this is just me tape reading this. But this is what I would take if I was to, you know, try a short, another short. I would try it from here. It's just because now the Supreme Court news got delayed and whatnot. This is kind of sketchy. Like, I wouldn't bank on a short anymore. Bro, we gotta take the Raptor outside again. Did you do suspension yet? Yeah, it's lifted now. So it's ready to go. I hit up Shapeshin, actually. I hit him up. I was like, yo, let's go. I DM'd him. So if he's down, I'm down to go, bro. I'm down to ripping some snow. I don't know where he's trying to go, but I'm absolutely down, bro. I think that'd be so fire. I gotta beat the shit out of it while I have the warranty. Invited him to stow? Alright, bet. The high's at 926? Nah, bro, even higher. Like, if it starts delivering to the highs, then the 26,120 is where this is going. Not 926. It's going even farther than that. Like, where my initial, where my bias is taking me. That's where this thing is going. I'm telling you, those 120 highs are going to get taken. At some point or another, they're going to get taken. You in this trade? There it is, bro. Somebody had to ask it, right? No, I'm not in the trade. If I'm in a trade, if I'm ever in a trade, okay, look, here. I'm going to give you guys a rule of thumb, okay? Let me pause the music for this because now we're getting serious. If I am ever in a trade, you guys will see an execution here on the chart with a running P&L and like everything because I'm logged into my broker and I trade in front of people with my P&L showing. Okay, I'm not a fag. I don't just draw out a fucking long position, short position tool for absolutely no reason. This is just me tape reading now. For anybody that missed out on this trade, I'm just now I'm just tape reading to see like where the market might potentially head. That's it. And that's all this is. Okay, so if you don't see an execution on the chart, I am not in the trade. Very simple, easy to follow. Okay. I would watch this 5-minute gap that gets created here because this very, very likely that this delivers to the upside. The 5-minute gap that we're creating. Very likely delivery.
You took my heart and you held it in your mouth, and with a word, all my love came rushing up.
5-minute gap right there. This is where I would start to watch for a potential long setup.
So I'll put my faith in something unknown. I'm living
15-minute bearish FVG, isn't that stronger? How do you look at PA when there's that many IVGs? Well, that's the reason why I'm not trading at all. But like I said, bro, the higher time frame is bullish, right? There's no denying that. The higher time frame is bullish with the upside draw. That is why I'm prioritizing a move higher here now, especially now that the Supreme Court ruling has been delayed. There's not much of a reason for this to go like any lower. You get what I mean? Yeah, this is a 5-minute order block plus a fair value gap that we just hit. What's good, bro? What up, what up? You think lower into the 5-minute FVG? The 5-minute FVG got hit already. So at this point now, it should inverse this 15-minute. Also, another thing to note is that if a pity array is strong, we will get a delivery to a high or a low from that pity array, right? So this was the initial tap into the 15-minute. You can see we had no delivery to the low. I'm not taking another trade for the rest of today. I'm just tape reading now. But this is most likely going to continue a push higher. See, as the entry, I mean, yeah, it would be like kind of, it wouldn't be super valid only because the 5-minute doesn't have an aligned time frame, right? The 1 minute is a time frame that is aligned for 15. So it wouldn't be like a super valid entry, but it is there. I mean, you could absolutely take a 1 minute change in state of delivery here. I was able to recover loss while driving and following you, bro. Thanks. Hell yeah, bro. Great trade, brother, especially the way you flip bearish. Perfect match of technical and psychological skills. Yes, sir. If you missed the trade recap, just go back a little bit in time and you'll see the entire trade recap. Broke down everything. Should I go long? Bro, you guys, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, bro. I hope you guys know that. Like, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to trade, and if I'm done trading, I'm not gonna tell you what the fuck to do. I'll tape read a potential setup, but that's it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not here to tell you and hold your hand and be like, yeah, go long here, or yeah, go short here. You will not find that here, unfortunately. Technically, we have a 1 minute change in state of delivery lower right there from a 15-minute fair value gap. Technically, we do have it with some SMT at these highs, but I'm not going to execute on it. Could be worth watching. Can you name your indicators? FVG indicator right here, simple ICT, OB, and FVG. Higher time frame, ICT candles, ICT HDF candles by Fadi. And then I have my right here, market profile by @Joshu. That's it. Those are my indicators. Will this live stay up? What do you mean, will it stay up? Like, is it gonna be able, are you guys gonna be able to watch it like after it's over? Is that what you're asking? Anthony, what's good, bro? Yes, you will. Every single one of my lives, you guys can go back and watch. Every single one. Shorts here? I'm not taking anything, but it looks good for shorts and it looks good for longs. I prefer the longs. Hunting down my first payout for 26. Bro, I know you got it. You're a killer, bro. This 1 minute gap here is essentially the last line in the sand for longs. If this is going to go higher at any point, this 1 minute gap here needs to hold. It's inside of the 5 minutes still, but the 1 minute gap absolutely has to hold if there's any chance of this going higher. Any chance at all. 1 minute has to hold. We do have this bearish 1 minute change in state of delivery from the 15-minute fair value gap. So that's what I have drawn out here. Longs A plus, would you say? I mean, if there's a really good looking lower time frame setup, then yes, absolutely, I would say longs are A plus.
It's a lingering dream. Tell me if it's good now, 'cause I can't decide. Help me find my reason, take away my pride. Sometimes I find it hard to see.
ES is a little lower in this range here too. Makes for some SMT. If it was an A++, would you execute? No. Nope. I have 2 trades, so I'm done. 1 loss, 1 win. The loss was right here, 720 to 695, so like a $400 loss and then a $2,000 win. I'll take it, brother. It was over a $2,000 win, though, I think. $2,400 win. So I'm up $2 grand on the day right now. There's that 1 minute gap, essentially the last area for this to bounce if it's going to. Has to do it here. Otherwise, it won't do it. $25-point loss, 130-point win. There you go. And that is the reason why, even with a 50% win rate today, I can still come out with $2 grand in profit. All right. That's why win rate is very, very, very irrelevant. I'll tell you guys what, I could take 2 to 3 more trades, and if they were all losers, I would still be green today. One minute gap has been inversed. Not a good look for longs. Is it too loud? Sorry. Is that better? There. That should be better. Anyways, 1 minute gap inversed, so not the greatest look, but the 15 minute to 1 minute change in state of delivery right here. So a move essentially from there with the stop loss at this high. You know, it is going. Currently it's 2.6 R so far. Yeah, really good look. Really good look. Not that much risk on here either. 32 points of risk, and then you're looking at looks like 140 points of profit. $15-minute CE longs. You could try it. Only reason why I wouldn't is because I do not like the look of this 4 hour at all. Tell me this 1 hour and this 4 hour look good, bro. Try to tell me these look good. I don't think these look good at all, bro. As much as I would love a long, I don't like these at all. Like these, once this flips green to red and like makes its way down there, I don't think that this would it would need to take 527, and then honestly the 4 hour gap maybe could get a delivery higher, but not something I would like bank on, to be very honest with you. But I still think that 527 at some point should get taken. I really like 527. $519.75. I don't know what's over there. Is that inside of the 4 hour gap? Because if it's inside of the 4 hour gap, then yeah, maybe. But bro, I still wouldn't I wouldn't try to time the short here. Not today, bro. Don't try to time the short here today. Time to get on COD now, mate. Bro, COD though, really? Like, I hope you're talking about an older COD and not the new COD, because that shit is buns, bro. Why would you even want to willingly play that? I would rather sit here and like actually watch paint dry than play that fucking COD, bro. BO7 is absolute fucking like trash. And if you think differently, then you need to get your brain checked, bro, to be honest. I'm all out just throwing out ideas. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not bad, bro. If it's inside of the 4 hour gap, then it's not bad. I totally agree. I was talking about Warzone. Okay. Like, wait. Are you talking about like, are you talking about MW19? Is that what you're talking about right now? If you're talking about MW19, I'm totally like, yeah, 100%, bro. That is one of the greatest CODs of all time. Don't they have a Warzone for the new one, though? I thought there's a Warzone in the new one, too. I don't know. I'm not tapped in with COD like I used to be, bro. Yeah, 20. That's what I'm saying. So the new Warzone is buns, bro. The new Warzone is ass water. Later, bro. Have a good one. You expecting it to go down from here? I don't know. It could reverse. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. January price action is mid. Can't be worse than August though. I think this price action has been pretty good. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I think January has been pretty fucking fire. No, this should go back down, I would think, just because of the move here. Should for sure, I think, go back down. Personally been the most confident this month. Yeah, I think it's been pretty fucking fire. You trading on prop or just teaching people on demo? This is a live account, brother. I'm on my Ninja Trader live account. But I trade prop. I trade prop as well. Trade both live and prop. This is the first time this year that I'm opening up my live. I mastered IFVG setup off liquidity sweep. Just haven't backtested continuation. Any advice? It's the same thing, bro. Continuation is like literally the same exact thing. I mean, like, you have multiple liquidity sweeps, right? There's not just a liquidity sweep at the top of the range. Like, for example, okay, let's say you wanted to take IFVGs, then, you know, let's assume that there's an IFVG here that you're going to take. Let's say it's this. And then when market goes through, you take the short. Well, you have multiple different opportunities at taking additional shorts, right? You have this range, not really range, but like this high here gets swept, and then you have another IFVG. This is a continuation. This is not a reversal. The reversal was up here. This is a continuation, right? And then same thing here. Same thing, absolutely the same exact thing here. This here is a continuation. It's not a reversal. So you can still trade reversals, or you can still trade continuations. Like, it's the same concept. The same concept applies, right? You just got to make sure the draw is still very much alive. You get what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but I promise you'll get stopped out, bro. I'm not in a trade, bro. I'm not in a trade. I just have this up for tape reading purposes. You guys can see the executions on my chart. Like, do you see a current execution here at all? No, right? But do you see an execution here? Yes, right? Come on, bro. Could you recommend best prop, and can you show your Ninja screen? I'm new on features, looking to buy account. I'm confused which is better, Trading View or Ninja. So Ninja Trader, like the platform, Ninja Trader platform, got bought by Tradeovate. So it's the same thing. If you use TradingView is not a brokerage, by the way, just so you know. TradingView is not a brokerage. It's Tradeovate or Ninja, right? Both the same thing. One bought the other, so it's the same thing. As far as props, I would only ever use one that is using Tradeovate, that allows you to use Tradeovate. So personally, I would use the 3 that I recommend to you guys, the 3 that I'm affiliated with, that I've used personally, that I've gotten payouts from, is Apex, TPT, and Alpha. Those are the 3 that I recommend and use. I don't use any other prop firm. That's not to say that other prop firms aren't good, but that's all I do. Can you explain how the Pentagon lost $2.3 trillion in an audit after 9/11? It must be a coincidence. It must be a coincidence, bro. Like, why can't they lose my files? Like, bro, why couldn't, like, bro, come on. Why Alpha? Because I think Alpha is the better alternative to Top Step. So it's the same rules as Top Step if, like, you like the Top Step rules, but it's a way better alternative. It's Top Step without the issues. Which plan? I mean, I personally like the advanced plan, but I know the advanced is expensive. So if you don't do the advanced, I would go with a standard. Zeros are good too. I mean, bro, just watch the look at the plans and like see what works better for you. Because obviously, like, there, you know, you might like a different plan than me. So look at them and see what you would like better. Shall I use code key? Yes, bro. You have to use code key. What do you mean? Come on, lock the fuck in, bro. Hard to watch live features, mine are 10 minutes late. Yo, where's oh, locked 44? Well, locked 44, you're completely wrong. I hope you didn't long, brother. Because this shit is going lower. You saw the den what Sizzy wrote? Oh shit, why am I in Nine's channel, bro? Yo, hold on, I accidentally just fucking put that in Nine's channel, my fault. As a longtime Top Step user, just switch to Alpha futures unless you want to trade CPI on Express. Yeah. You still bottom ticker? You just mastered everything? No, I still, bro. Brother, you guys must not know who I am, bro. Yo, you guys must not know who I really am. Hold on, I'm gonna show you who I am. Hold on, give me a second. This is my trade from yesterday. Oh fuck, hold on. This is my trade from yesterday, bro. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I never stop bottom and top ticking. Some days, obviously, the entry for that, for bottom and top ticking, like, won't show up. So I'll trade something else. Bro, look, I don't have this fucking ego of a top and bottom ticker, bro. Like, I'm not one of those fags on TikTok, bro. There we go. TP hit on this one, too. I'm not one of those fucking fags on TikTok that, like, you know, is so concerned with getting an aesthetic entry all the fucking time, bro. Look, if it doesn't show up, I'll trade something else. I have no problem being a fucking middle ticker, bro. Zero issue being a middle ticker. This is just like the ego of TikTok kids, bro. All these TikTok kids, I swear to God, bro, I don't know a single TikTok trader that like started on TikTok. I don't know a single one of them that is actually profitable. Not one that I know. Not one. Even TGR, unprofitable. Like all of them, bro. If they come from TikTok, immediate fag, bro. Sorry, immediate fag if they come from TikTok. I don't make the rules. Can you carry at least an F8 Pista? An F8 Pista? What the fuck is an F8 Pista? You mean a 488 Pista? Fuck SMT, bro. See, lock 44. Look, this is where I try. I'm not gonna shit on you because you didn't come in here like all disrespectful. Like, you know, you were being a nice guy. I'm not gonna shit on you. Let me take this as a learning lesson, okay? SMT is not an entry. SMT is not an entry. SMT is a confluence you pair with an entry. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference. Okay? So you still have to have an entry. SMT is just going to be the confluence that supports your entry. There was no entry here for the long. Like literally none. None at all. So TGR good for basics, but he unprofitable, bro. But the thing is, like, do you want to learn from somebody, even if it's the basics, right? Do you want to learn from someone that doesn't even trade? Like, being good at teaching is besides the point, right? That's besides the point. My issue with the guy is that the entire brand is built on trading, right? And making so much money and all this shit. And his mentorship is like, you know, built on the fact that he makes multiple millions of dollars a year trading, but he doesn't make a single dollar trading, right? In fact, he probably loses. If he was to try trading for a year, he would lose. I will bet money on that. You get what I'm saying? So that's the issue. It's just marketed by the wrong person. I'm not saying that maybe like the shit's like bad to learn. Like, I'm not saying that, but you as a student, do you want to learn from someone that doesn't do what he's teaching, right? That's my thing. Thanks, bud. Why'd you take short? So just I gave a whole breakdown on why I took short. If you go a little earlier in the stream, just go back in the stream to when this trade ended, this trade right here, whenever it ended, and then I also break down this one. This one here, this I just tape read. I didn't actually take this, but this was a 15-minute fair value gap, 15-minute bearish gap, and then a 1-minute change in state of delivery. This is why this trade I started tape reading, and then I gave a full breakdown on this one. Is Big Char profitable yet? Define profitable. But he posts daily recaps. He wins most of the time. Bro, like, listen, bro, you meat riders can come in here and like say whatever you want. All you guys see on the guy's chart is this, right? This is what you see on a chart. You would never see an execution. You never see an execution, bro. Never. Right? Yo, look, I can do this. Yo, let's play this game, bro. Yo, guys, this trade right here, I just made $500 million on. Or can anybody try to tell me any different? I just made $500 million, but I'm not going to show you my brokerage, but I made $500 million. But if I did ever show you a brokerage, it would be the brokerage that I'm affiliated with because I have a demo account with them because they pay me a retainer every single month to be affiliated with them, and I have a broker deal with them. The issue is the executions are from an unregulated broker. Anybody can do anything they want with an unregulated broker. If I had an unregulated broker, I swear to God, I would be like that guy, what's his name, bro? Fuck, what's his name? Trades by Ski, bro. Trades by Psy, whatever that guy's an idiot too, bro. I swear to God, none of these kids are traders, bro. And one day, maybe, I hope that you guys develop the brain to be able to like understand and differentiate a real trader from a fake trader. Okay, if they're on an unregulated brokerage and they are showing you anything, it does not matter. because I've had unregulated brokerages hit me up. And the way the deal works is that you get a brokerage deal with them, right? So if you sign up for that brokerage with TJR, he makes money off of you signing up for that brokerage. Not only that, it depends on the kind of part he plays with the brokerage. I don't know like what kind of part he plays, but he makes commission off of every single one of your trades that you take as well. Now, this is my this is alleged because obviously I don't know like the extent of his partnership, right? But that's a deal that a lot of influencers have, right? They make commission off of your guys' trades. Each trade that you take, each lot that you play, each lot you take, they make commission off of that, right? So when you have like this much of this deep of a partnership, especially with an unregulated broker, they can, I hope you guys know, when it's unregulated, they could do anything they want. They can make a live account, they can make a demo account look like it's a live account, right? Not difficult to do that. Not difficult to fake your executions and fake P&L, right? This is why I say it's so important to be able to look at the actual execution on a chart and not just draw some bullshit out. You get what I'm saying? Even if I draw some bullshit out, bro, I swear to God, I can demo trade this bitch all day long. I could demo trade this shit all day long, and you guys would be none the wiser, right? That's why, like, I think it's very important to be able to see the executions live and then see like breakdowns, explanations, like all these things like tie into what differentiates you from a real trader from a fake trader, right? So that's my 2 cents, bro. That's what I think. But you guys watch whoever you want, you know? I used to think TGR was legit till I found Keyflow a year ago. Since finding Keyflow, I've gotten payouts, been living off trading since. Hell yeah, bro. Let's fucking go. I love that. You look Arabic? I basically am, bro. Look, bro, this is, at the end of the day, this is a nasty fucking space, bro. This is a nasty space. I think everybody has come to realize that, you know, that courses make money. So everybody just fucking, you know, will do whatever they can to try to push a course in some way, shape, or form. I think another easy way to differentiate a real trader from a fake trader is when they use lifestyle to market. When they use lifestyle to market, like buying a Koenigsegg, brother, the only reason why people buy hypercars is not because they're a fan of cars. TGR specifically, because we're talking about TGR right now, okay? And I don't want to make it sound like I'm making this entire fucking thing about him because I hate talking about people like this. But TGR specifically has never expressed an interest in cars, right? The guy is just not into cars at all. He has a fucking Brabus, bro. A GLE Brabus, okay? And then he got a 480 Pista and then a Koenigsegg, okay? The only reason why he went hypercar is because he wanted to push the course, right? So they all do open-ended leases. They lease these fucking cars from Cario, and Cario becomes the bank, right? Cario becomes the bank. Think about it, bro. The only reason why you would ever spend that much money if you don't truly have billions of dollars, right? Or let's say if you're worth like 100 M's plus, then you can absolutely buy something that's worth, you know, like 3 million, 4 million, whatever. Like you can buy that. But the only reason why you would buy something that caliber is to push a course. Are you a full-time trader? Yes, I am a full-time trader. What's your... I have a few cars, bro. I swear he charges like 5K for the core, has over 1 million. Yeah, exactly. Gonna lease a Manchester Urus and LARP the fuck out of it. That's what it is. Everybody's a LARP, bro. Everybody's a LARP. Yo, you guys see that Ethan Duran guy? Does anybody know that Ethan Duran guy? Bro, it's actually disgusting, bro. This fucking kid, like straight up scammer kid, did the Cario lease deal and got a Bugatti. Got the Bugatti and then immediately, like, the FBI raided his house, started taking other shit that he had, like different other cars that he was probably like not paying for, ended up getting repoed, and now the guy released a day trading course. Bro, the guy doesn't know fucking shit about day trading. It's just because, like, LARPing is so big in day trading, and you can, like, do anything in LARP day trading. People will just buy your course because they're fucking idiots. You know, that's why everybody just does some bullshit, and then they LARP day trading, and then people buy their course, and then they can actually, like, you know, have a chance at making it. Anyways, bro, this live is getting way too off topic. I'm gonna chill out, okay, before I piss people off. But I said what I said. All right. Anyways, FX Alex, bro, we don't need to ask like every fucking guy, right? Ask yourself this question: do they trade on a regulated broker or an unregulated broker? Okay, ask yourself that question, and then from that point, let me know who's real and who's fake. Okay. Regulated broker, unregulated broker. Could you explain the second trade? Second trade is a 15-minute fair value gap right here. 15-minute gap. And a 1-minute change in state of delivery. This is what I call the flow model. This is the flow model. Yo, flow model in the big 2026, bro. Holy fuck, look at this. Liquidity sweep. We had SMT at these highs right here. Yo, this is actually insane work, bro. Liquidity sweep. SMT at these highs. 15-minute fair value gap. 1-minute change in state of delivery. Clear draw on liquidity. Oh my god. Flow model in the big 2026. Holy shit. And it worked nicely too. Is flow model making a comeback? Flow model might be making a comeback, bro. Flow model might be making a comeback in the big 2026. $10 unpatched. Yeah, literally, bro. 10 PO3 flow model unpatched, bro. No way. It's actually working. Like, bro, I'm serious. It's actually working now. All right, we gotta give it a few more days. Let's see. So today's Wednesday. I gotta see Thursday and Friday also play out flow model. If they both play out flow model, we're so back. We are so back. I took the long. Do you think it was a bad long? What, long from here? I don't think it was horrible. I mean, it worked out because we had the news come out that the Supreme Court ruling was denied. So you could have absolutely played into that news and taken this long. Yeah, I don't think it was like horrible. I wouldn't take it, but not a bad long. Just don't tell Charlie about it. I think Charlie's way too far gone to trade flow model ever again, bro. Like, if he ever came back to flow model, I think people would fucking rip him a new one. You should watch somebody banned Snow on the tube. Somebody banned Snow on the tube. Should watch who? Oh my god, wait. Oh my god, wait. One of my mods actually banned him? Yo, mods, did somebody actually ban him? I was joking, bro. Unban him. Oh my god, he disappeared, bro. Who banned him? Oh, it was a timeout. Okay, Blasky. All right, W Blasky. Oh shit. Okay. All right. We go. Manager got it. Yeah, manager got it. Can you make me mod? Are you 9? You're 9, right? No, I don't think Snow was doing that on purpose. I think he genuinely didn't know the Jack Trades lore. It wasn't me, but I'll take credit. All right. Yeah, I think he just didn't know the lore, bro. Yeah, that kid is a fucking clown bozo, bro. So, absolutely not. I thought you were Balkan. No, I'm not Balkan. I'm definitely not Serbian. My girl's Balkan. I'm not Balkan. Need a live cattle signal, bro. Cattle? Live cattle? Short it. Short it into previous day low. You're welcome. Short it into previous day low. You're welcome. Macedonian? No, no. My girl's not Macedonian. She's Albanian. I know, I just looked at cattle, bro. LE. Yeah, I was just on it. Yeah, short this shit, bro. Short the cattle. Cattle are dying every day. Why would you long cattle? Short it. Speaking of Albania, bro. Yo, lol, bro. Yo, the thing with you, lol, is that you disappear, bro. Like, I'm coming. Yo, by the way, I'm coming this summer. I am coming this summer. So I need the treatment, all right? I'm pulling up this summer. I need an entourage of G-Wagons and GLE 63s and M5s outside of the airport to pick me up, bro. Please, bro. Yo, I'll be the first trader to ever make a vlog in Albania, I think. Where in Albania are you staying, bro? Wherever, bro. I don't know. Wherever. Yeah, give me some good recommendations, bro. I'll go wherever. I don't know if you're serious. I'm still studying in Switzerland. I'll be like, no, I'm being serious. I'm being dead serious. I'm being 100% dead serious, bro. I'm going to be there this summer, but I need to know like where I should go, like what's popping and what's not, like, you know what I mean? So I want to come for a little bit. Probably like 2-3 weeks I want to spend. Really just lock in with my Albanians. Lolo returns. Yeah, bro. What's wrong with Jack Trades? He's a fag. Go to Croatia. I'm down to go anywhere, bro. I'm down to go anywhere except Serbia. I'll go anywhere but Serbia. Three weeks in Albania. Yeah, I know, bro. I know I am. I will have things taken care of for you. I'll first ask with my uncle and confirm to get to. Okay, bet. Yeah. Yo, Lolo, confirm and then get back to me and let me know. And then pull up in the chat and let me know. Bro, I tried telling you to DM me on Instagram and you never did. So yeah, I need you to confirm and let me know. Why not Serbia? Cause my Albanians, they have beef with Serbia, bro. So why would I do that? I can't go to Serbia. I rent out cars in Tirana, capital of Albania. What kind of cars? Yeah, that'd be fire. Because if I went over there, I could just rent a car from you. What cars do you have? Like, what's the nicest cars do you have? Everything German, Italian. Yeah, bro, I'll rent a car from you. You think I'll blend in over there, bro? Do you think they'll think I'm Albanian or no? Because the only thing I know is Siye. That's it. That's all I know. All I know is Siye. That's it. So, like, if somebody comes up and starts talking to me, bro, I'll be like, Siye, and that's it. That's all I can say to you, really. Unless, like, I learn more by the time I go. Are you Muslim? Yes, I am Muslim. Bosnia is great. Yeah, Bosnia I've heard is a beautiful country, bro. I want to go to like all these countries, bro. Like I want to travel more, and explore. Tell your girl to teach you. Yeah, she is teaching me. She taught me Sia. And like other words, but low-key like, oh wait, she taught me one. She taught me the no. What was it? It was the Shifsha Ropt, I think. You taught me that. Like Orid. So yeah, actually the tail end of my trip, I'm gonna be in on the Macedonian side, bro. I'm gonna be in Strug. I'm gonna be in the Macedonian side, bro. So I think that's where actually Lake Ohrid is, actually. So I probably will be over there. I know what it means, bro. I know what it means. 4G Wagons Convoy. Once my uncle confirms, I'll message you on IG. Say, all right, bet. All right, bet. Yeah, message me on IG. Nah, yo, lol, hold on. Message me now, though, so that I have your... So I have your Instagram, okay? And then I can, like, actually follow up with it. Because I'm being dead serious. So I need you to, like... I need you to lock it. Surga is a nice spot. Yeah, bro. If you haven't already, can you show displacement? Yeah, I mean, displacement is pretty fucking simple. Like, I can show you multiple examples of displacement. This is displacement right here. Displacement is just a strong move, like a move followed with momentum behind a high or a low. So this is displacement right here. You can see the momentum here. This low, you can see the displacement there, right? The fair value gaps or PD arrays that are left after displacement are always going to be the strong ones. And you can see that here, right? We displaced here, left a gap, worked out. Displaced here, left a gap, worked out. All right, very simple. Very nice, very easy. Visit Puerto Rico. I am gonna visit Puerto Rico too. Lots of money in the area, lots of nice cars to go. Yeah, bro. My girl was showing me videos over there, bro. Well, it's mostly like the Switzerland people, bro, right? Like it's the Swiss people, the Swiss Albanians that'll bring their fucking like Chirons and shit over there, which is actually like insane, bro. It's like is this fucking rundown town, bro. Like not like rundown, but like, you know, it's not a town where I feel like a supercar or a hypercar would belong. And then like in the summer, all of a sudden it's just full of like insane cars, bro. It's so funny, but it's fire. If you come to PR, I'll reach out. I live here. Lots of fun. Yeah, bro. I'm definitely gonna come to PR. Get a place in Strugar or in Mad Clubs, Mad Americans is lit. I would get a place. Honestly, I would. I'll see, bro. I'll check it out when I go there and see what it's about. Go visit Powell. I am gonna visit Powell too, but I'm not visiting Powell in the winter because I'm trying to go like in the summer when it's nice. Do you still see yourself living in the Northeast for life? No. No, fuck no. When's your next trip? Bro, so to that side of the world, like Eastern Europe, I'm gonna be going this summer. This summer I'm gonna go. Probably gonna be there total for like a month. You know, go from like just Eastern Europe, I'm probably gonna be there for a month. So I'll go to like Albania, and then I'll go to Macedonia. And then I'll kind of like work my way from there. What do you think about Dodgy? I've heard he takes every inversion on eval and he posts winners occasionally, some losses. I know he's a good trader regardless. Yeah, he's a good trader, but he could be a lot better. I'll say it like that, bro. I'll say it like that. What other investments or business you doing other than trading? So other than trading, obviously I have like real estate just like everybody else. And then more recently I started a car company, a car part company. It's called Beamer Source, where we kind of where we sell parts for BMWs. Let us know when you're in Balkans. I will, bro. I'll let you know when I'm in Balkans. You guys sell parts for everything? No, eventually I will absolutely branch off into like everything. Like mainly, more than anything, I want to do BMWs and Mercedes. I feel like those are like the most marketable. And then eventually I'll go into exotics. That's sick. You like get affiliated or seek them yourself? What do you mean I get affiliated or seek them myself? The car brand I started myself, because that was more like a passion project. Like I love cars, and so I wanted to always do something surrounding cars, like relating to do with cars, you know? So that's why I started that. Can you tell me exactly what you're waiting for before entering, or waiting to see before entering the short? Which one? What's the website? It's bimmersource.us. So this is the website, bimmersource.us, like this. That's the website right there. Yeah, check it out and then give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think about it. Like what can be improved, what can you know what I mean? Check it out. What cars do you currently own? So I have my F80 M3, and then I do, or I have my Raptor, and then I just got rid of my GT3 that I'm replacing with something in the spring. So right now, currently, I just have my Raptor and my M3. You got a digital marketer? I do that for my car rentals. Bro, my girl does everything for me, bro. She's amazing. She made my website. She does like all the ads. She does all the marketing, like all that stuff she does. The prices are diabolical. How are the prices diabolical, bro? They're cheaper than everywhere else. Why get rid of GT3? Because I'm trying to get into something else, bro. It'll be better than the GT3. I'm upgrading basically. But I loved the GT3. Great car. And I would recommend everybody to fucking buy one, bro. I swear to God. Great car. How come you chose F80 over G80? So I've driven a G80 and I've had multiple F80s. This is my third one. And I just love F80s, bro. I think that it's a great fucking car all around. Like the last like real M car, to be honest with you. I think G80s, like it kind of swayed away from what an M car should be. But yeah, that's why I chose F80. Another supercar, or yes, it is going to be another supercar. So supercar is going to get replaced with another supercar. It has to be, you know? Did you do crank hub? Yeah, it's getting, well, the crank hub's sitting right here. Right here. That's the crank hub. Actually, wait, no. This is the crank hub. Right there. And then these are all my parts for my single turbo kit. So the F80, in like a few weeks is going to go, and get full single turbo. Including the crank hub, don't worry. What's the dream car? Honestly, hard to say. I think attainable, like current attainable dream car, like realistically within the next, like, let's say 3 years, SVJ for sure. Past that, I would say a P1. Like getting into hypercars, I would say P1 for sure. Pista, I'm gonna take an SVJ over a Pista, I think. Just because an SVJ is an SVJ, bro. Like, nothing can compare, unfortunately. I would have a Pista with an SVJ. Like, I'd have both. But if I had to pick one or the other, I would for sure go SVJ. Is it normal to feel like trading is not real and then and it's just luck that will run out? You think you should keep momentum or check back to reality? What's your advice on that? Here's my thing on trading. I think that if you were a day trader, like if you're somebody that trades every single day, any kind of market with no discrimination, that it would be much harder for you to be profitable long term. I think the people who really are going to be profitable long term are the people who can like swing and stay out of certain markets. Like some of the best traders I know, last year took like less than 10 trades, right? That equals out to less than a trade a month, right? So that's some of the best traders I know. So eventually with trading, my goal is to really get to a point where I can size the point where I can take one trade like every few months and be completely fine, right? And that would be like enough money for me to live off of, like more than that, all right? So that's where I want to get to in trading. I think trading should be a way to make some money that you can then put towards things that will build wealth. I truly don't think trading will build wealth, right? Not like that, at least. I think trading can definitely give you the capital to build wealth. So that's why I always tell people, like, the money that you get from trading, first of all, you got to save a good chunk of it for taxes, right? Because Uncle Sam's going to come for you. But aside from that, I think everybody should be taking the money that they're making from trading and using it to purchase assets and do something that'll actually build some wealth. That's what I think. So whether that's like long-term investments, whether it's real estate, whether it's a business that you create, right? Like whatever it is, because you could do a million different things. Use the trading money as a vehicle to kind of, you know, propel yourself to the wealth building portion of things. Okay. I got a nice red on black SVJ for rental, but it's expensive. Like how expensive? 5 grand. How expensive are we really talking? Yeah, so Ariane, are you currently in Albania? Like, do you live there, or are you in the US and then you kind of manage like your fleet from here and have people over there like taking care of your shit? You hold any crypto or stocks? I did. And I got rid of all my long term just because it started to get pretty sketchy up here. So I got rid of my long term as market pushed towards all-time highs. So currently I have nothing long term, no crypto, no stocks, nothing. So really, I'm just waiting. I'm the cat right now. I'm the most cash heavy I've ever been in my life. In my career as a human being, I've never been this cash heavy. So I'm essentially waiting for an opportunity, whether that's business or whether that's, you know, waiting for the market to retrace so that I can, you know, buy some more long term. But right now I have nothing. So you're saying I can hold $1 then? In America, I go every summer for 2 months. Okay, nice. So you might be there when I get there. Because if you go in the summer, I'm going in the summer, so you might be there when I'm there. And I'll tell you fucking what, I'm not paying 6.2k euros a day for shit. Bro, waiting for next BTC. No, it's not that I'm waiting for the next Bitcoin. Like, I'll start accumulating Bitcoin if Bitcoin gets to like, you know, 70,000. I'll start accumulating Bitcoin. But I'm not gonna buy it up here. And same thing with regular stocks, bro. I'm just not a fan of holding things or buying things at all-time highs, bro. Because I know that I have the skill set to be able to time it properly if I wanted to, right? Like if I really wanted to time it, bro, because if you go back on my social media, it's funny. If you go back in my social media, bro, right here, when we got no, it's not there. This. Go back to my social media. You guys will see what I'm talking about. This 20, almost 30% correction that we got right here. I was telling everybody to buy. Like I was literally pleading with people. I was fucking begging people to buy, bro. So April, I was in Morocco and I was loading the boat, bro. I was loading the fucking boat. And so, you know, I made a fuckload of money like on this move up. So that's why as we got closer to these all-time highs, I started essentially scaling out. Like I basically scaled out a majority of my long term after a summer last year. It's like September-ish. I scaled out a majority of my long term. So I only missed out on like, let's say I sold here. I only missed out on another 8%, whatever, like not a huge deal. But yeah, I mean, we haven't done shit for the last 2 months, right? Like it's just sideways. So when we get to a point where I think the market is going to get a move again, I'll absolutely long. I have no issues doing that. But I think this needs to go lower before this goes higher now, right? I think we see another correction, another little dip. And then once we get that, you best believe I'm fucking loading the boat, bro. And then that's when I'll pop out with an SVJ right after. That's my most expensive. I have 488 for 2-3 a day. 2-3 what? 2-3,000 euros? Because you're overcharging, brother. Not paying 2-3,000 euros for a fucking 488, bro. I've rented a 488 for like $900 before. So many opportunities on market corrections, man. It's crazy. Yeah, bro. I mean, look, this is like it's just one of those things like fear and greed, bro. Like when you see majority of people, because bro, in April of last year, I was watching TikToks of dudes like corporate people like coming on and being like, oh my God, like I'm selling out of all my stocks. This is fucking horrible. I lost so much money and like all this shit. Bro, you fucking moron. Like, do you not understand how the market works? Right? Majority of people are just gonna get liquidated and they're gonna sell and you know, when things get that bad. But that's an opportunity where you need to be cash heavy, right? This is why I don't buy stupid shit. You have to be cash heavy to prepare yourself for something like that. You know, there's too many people that I know, as soon as they get cash heavy, bro, boom, gone. They spend it on some bullshit, right? The only thing that I spent cash on this year, right? Like big time cash anyways, was my Raptor. And the only reason I did that is because it was a tax write-off, right? So like if you can like manage your cash properly, you can make a lot of money from the market corrections. If you don't manage your cash properly and you're one of those people that as soon as you buy some bullshit, you immediately start spending it right away, then you're probably never going to be have like enough cash on hand to capitalize on something like that, right? Are we looking to capitalize once it does get that dip? Futures, straight stocks, options, all of the above, bro. All of the above. Because it doesn't matter what you do. You're going to make money on longs regardless, right? It doesn't matter whether it's futures, whether it's stocks, whether it's options. Fuck it. I might do all three, right? I have a live account. I'm going to have to fund another options account because I don't have an options account anymore. And then stocks as well, right? All of the above. I'll do all of it. I'm not discriminating, bro. Money is money, whichever way you get it, unless it's illegal. Sorry, currency in like in euro, not okay. All right, for 200-300, yeah, absolutely, bro. I'll rent that shit for like a week or two. I have no problem doing that. Wait. Do I have like a mileage restriction? Like, can I drive it to through? Can I do that? Is that a possibility? My only big spend was my Supra. I'm renting it. I'm BE right now in the car. Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, bro, cars, like, I think there's this, like, if you know cars, you can make money on cars, right? I think that there's this, like, um, negative stigma around cars because everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, you're gonna lose money on cars. It's a liability. It's a liability." Okay, yes, you are right. It's not supposed to be an investment, right? Some cars are genuinely supposed to be investments, like a LaFerrari, right? Or a 918 Spider, or like, those kinds of cars are absolutely 100% investments. But for the most part, if you buy the right car, you can even drive it and still make money. There's not a single, not one car in my life that I ever lost money on besides my M5. And the only reason I lost money on my M5 was because I hit a deer in it. So, um, that's it. I've made money on every single other car. My M4 I made money on. My other M3 I made money on. Like, I've made money on it, all my cars. The GT3, I basically drove it for free. Um, no fucking my car. Bro, don't worry. I'm not fucking in your car, gang. What the fuck? You're looking to be short for the next week or so now that we have bearish displacement on higher time frames. I'll see. I'll scope it out. It depends on what we do um by the end of the week. So I just want to see like how we close. I just want to see how we close. That's it. I'm thinking on running car content to capitalize on it more even. Yeah, bro. I think that'd be fire. Hell yeah, that'd be fire. Do you always trade 9:30 to 10 a.m.? Yeah. When will you be streaming next week? Same times, bro. I'm gonna be live tonight. Um, so I'm gonna be live tonight at 9 p.m. most likely, either 8:30 or 9. It's never like it's always gonna be. I'll give you guys like a 30-minute fucking period because I don't know which one I'm gonna go live. So, um, most likely either 8:30 or 9. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know exactly when. But um, it'll be either 8:30 or 9 for Asia, and it'll be most likely 9 a.m. to 9:15 for New York. Those are the two times that I'll be streaming on a daily basis. Okay, unless there's some bullshit going on, which I'll most likely let you guys know beforehand. I won't stream, but plan is to be here and stream every single day for those times. Okay. Can you please zoom out for us to get the big picture on what you were doing from Asia? Bro, watch the stream from last night. It's literally up. You can watch it. Go watch the stream. Are you gonna be live every day now? Yes, I'm gonna be live every day, bro. If I buy the Discord, would I be able to pay for one-on-one? No, I can't do. I don't do one-on-ones, unfortunately, bro. It just takes way too much time away from my day, and unfortunately, like right now, I just don't have the time or mental capacity to do one-on-ones, bro. Unfortunately. Um, anyways, I'm probably gonna call it a day here. Um, my shorts. I wouldn't take anything else, bro. A daily objective has been met from both sides. I would just wait. Was your entry 9:30 due to missing the trade or hitting it quickly? Bro, go back in the stream. You can watch it. Go back to the stream. You can watch. The stream is the stream. Go back. Anyways, love you guys, bro. I'm gonna call it here. I will see you guys tonight. Make sure you guys are here tonight. I'll be on at either 8:30 or 9. So see you guys tonight. Have a good one, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed and fucking banked with me today. And let's bank again tonight.